Aquarius, welcome into your monthly tarot reading. So we are tapping into the collective of any sun, moon, rising, Venus, Aquarians out there for the month of September. Can't believe it. We're already in September mode. Taking a look at what this month is going to bring for you Aquarians out there. So this is a general read, so it will resonate with some, maybe not for others. There may be bits that resonate with you. If you're here, there's usually a reason, so I would watch to the end to try and get whatever it is here that your guides, your higher self, whoever it is, wanted you to know or learn. So this is kind of, I tap into the general consciousness, the higher energies, divine guides to get any information or guidance for you guys to help you on your highest path, to give you insight, information that can help you in the best way possible. Also, I would definitely take a look at your other sign videos, because there may be one that really resonates more for you at this time in your life. So let's dive in. Thanks for joining in. If you like this video, hit that like button, and also to join the Lyran Soul Tribe, I say hit that subscribe button and stay connected. So we are going to pull some of the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle cards first to get kind of a base foundation of the month, the energies. I also wanted to say too, I do private readings. If you are interested, take a look at my website and you can schedule a session there. And then if you're interested, I also have an Etsy shop where I do handmade gemstone jewelry here, and I'm actually wearing a few here. I just did a whole supercharge of all of the stones in this last Aquarius full moon. So they've been cleansed and charged with that full moon energy. And they are also Reiki'd with Golden Dragon energy as well. So they are primed and amazing energetically to support you. So take a look at what stones resonate with you, or take a look at their metaphysical properties to see what maybe you need right now. All right, let's see. First card out, clearing the excess. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. Be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now, rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. Distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. And then this one keeps catching my eye, so I'm going to also pull facing your fears. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. I'm feeling like there's definitely a little bit of this fear is coming up, and it's talking about you maybe being a little occupied with your mind in the past or the future. I feel some anxiety. I'm feeling this kind of anxious energy, this nervousness. I feel part of it is your energy is shifting and you are going through this integration process. The energies are strong right now, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with it's asking for you know, it's asking you for change. It's asking you for change. And I do feel like also internally you're changing, just like metaphysically, energetically. And it's time for you to, it's helping you to clear these things that don't serve you anymore. Again, this can be trauma. These can be beliefs that are still stored really deep in your body. You know, this could be, for example, like codependency issues, fears of being alone. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. Accepting the bare minimum from people, taking on too much for people, like always having to take care of everybody. This could be around like something that happened within your family that you still really deep down think is true. And maybe someone else did something. This could be like a betrayal or lies or just toxic behaviors that you still believe is something that is common or that is going to happen for you. And for some of you, I'm also picking up for some of you, if you're moving, actually, there's this need to kind of reassess, and kind of the decluttering of your actual physical things is also going to help you clear kind of your mental space and emotional space, because there is, if you are moving or if there's a big change happening for you, it is kind of a big change. It's kind of, this card talks about a transitional phase. So there is something with this move or change that's different and big. It's not just a normal move. It could be that you're moving in with someone, or maybe you just got married, or maybe you're actually moving states, or there's some big shift here. But it's really a time right now that we really need to start taking note of what we're putting in our bodies, you know, whether what we're eating, what we're doing, and what kind of, you know, benefit or consequence is it have on us. So this is in every angle of our life right now. Again, this could be around health. This could be around our relationships. What are we spending our time doing? And what is it giving to us? And not just, you know, is it giving us a lot of money? Is this relationship giving us something kind of physical? It's really about how are we feeling emotionally, mentally, and energetically. And that's going to be the most important thing right now. And I know as humans, you know, most of the human population is very focused externally. We are so disconnected from ourselves, our true selves. We are disconnected from our energy, from our intuition, from our emotional body, because that's how we've been programmed, right? We've been programmed that from a child, and that's how everyone lives. And we have Jupiter joining us, which means for you Aquarians in the month of September, you're going to have some good luck. So I could go on and on about this, but it may ask you to really face some fears, because you've been living either in a habitual kind of life because you are just doing what works for you because it's easier, it's safer. It's not asking you to face these really difficult things within yourself or physical things that you may have to actually change, or conversations we have to have with other people. But it is time. And most of you that are watching my channel are already somewhat aware, or very aware, more spiritually and mentally and emotionally. So this might be a little bit more easy for you. Some of you, I just kind of felt this, like some of you may be saying, oh, we're always talking about internal, and we're, you know, she's always talking about, you know, more very high level stuff. But that's the most important stuff. And that's what we don't realize, is that we've been programmed, we've been basically manipulated by other people that are unaware, unconscious. That's parents, family, cultures, societies, just the world at large, the media. to just be external. And the thing is, when we're born, we're innately born connected. And it's slowly we're chipped away, and we create these walls between who we have created, this character, this personality, and our true selves. And it's about reconnecting back to our true self. And it's almost like you could say the true self is almost like that inner pure child. What does that inner pure child need from you that you never got? And if you are very codependent and stay in relationships because it's easy, or it's safe, or it's secure because maybe financial reasons, how would you feel if that was your parent? And maybe that's what your parent did to you. They were in unhealthy relationships, relationships where there wasn't real love, out of necessity. And how did that impact you? And think of that, you're doing that to your inner child now, still. So something to be aware of right now. So let's see, Aquarius. I'm going to pull some of the Lenormand cards for these. So clearing the excess, we have the Woman card and the Stork. Yes, there's definitely something, there's some shift, there's some change. The Stork, again, talks about something new, like this could be a move again, like I said. This could be a big change happening that's coming in that you've been kind of waiting for or building upon. So you could be doing this with another person here. This would be a female, or this could be referencing you. And it's, again, you need to think about clearing the excess in regards to this change. Be insightful and established. Interesting, we have the Man card. Yeah, there's the inner child card. Bringing aware. Again, this is about like rebalancing your energy. Bringing your awareness to the now rather than the past or future. I think you're being too occupied right now by, to me, this would be the past. This could be tied to like past and old relationships, or trauma tied around a father figure, but there's definitely something here that it's asking you to be more present. And distinct potential here. Yeah, there's two paths ahead. There's going to be almost like a crossroads here. There's a goal that you want to reach, or somewhere where you want to go, or some potential kind of realization that you dream of. And there's definitely a path forward there. And I think you're going to have a choice, because this is about you. Maybe you think it's impossible, or maybe you think at this point in your life that, maybe it's kind of naive to think, I'm going to ruin whatever it is now, whether it's, I've worked at this job in this career for this long, and am I going to start new? Or, hey, I've been in this marriage for 20 years. Is it really possible for me to think that I can maybe, end it and have a relationship that really, fulfills me and meets my needs? And the answer is yes. And I think you're going to have a choice point here. And it's, do you choose your dream path, or do you just choose the path you've been on? And it's going to ask you to face your fears here. It really is going to. But on the other side of your fears is your greatest, dream and wishes here. And yeah, there is some sort of deep inner kind of assessment that needs to be done here. I think there's going to be more information coming as well with the book about revealing itself to help you move forward and to help you make some decisions. So that's going to be in September. So let's go ahead and move towards the tarot here. We have the gold foil tarot that I'm using today. Okay, Aquarius, what do we got? I have these upside down, so we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. Wow, look at all that Pentacles. Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Moon, Justice, and the Sun. Oh my God, look at all this. Judgment, the Devil, Strength. Jeez. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, this is big. This is pretty big, Aquarius. Look at here. We have all these small pentacles. And then we have like this heartbreak and difficulty. And then on the other side of this, it's like all of these major arcana cards. Like, that is insane. I've never actually seen this before, to be honest. Like, it's like bam, huge shifts. And this is all leading you towards your happiness. This is leading you towards, part of this is karmic integration, or finally clearing some karmic cycles and patterns that you've been stuck in. This could be ancestral patterns that have been something that, if you look back all these generations, they've all dealt with in some way. And this is kind of hidden stuff. Like, this is really, like I said, deep unconscious stuff that you're not fully aware of, but this is literally what's driving your life. This is why you've, had the relationships you've had. This is what has created the dynamics in your connections, whether friendships, love, family. This is also your deepest fears. And this is also really digging deep to who is my true self? Who is the true person behind all these fears and all these like motivative, outward actions based on, again, beliefs that aren't true? We have this same thing here. This is like the Judgment card. This is like a crossroads. It's like, bam, you're going to have to make a choice. Like, something's going to come up where it's almost like the universe opens up a door for you and they say, are you going to come this way? And you can either come, towards the door the universe opened, or you can say, oh, sorry, I'm just going to stay where I'm at. And I think your fear is going to get the best of you in September, but hopefully this reading will help you find that awareness beforehand that the devil is the fears, right? And the fear is what is stopping you from making some choices and making changes that are going to be the decision you make, this is going to be life-changing. Like, your whole life is going to change, but in the best way possible in all areas. And it's going to ask you to have some strength and courage to face the fears and do the thing anyways. Okay, because here's the door. Again, the universe is coming through, blaring in, giving you the option, and opening this new door, this new opportunity for you. And on the back end of it, I kind of feel like the devil here is fueled by the past, which has a lot to do with, again, heartaches, pain that you're still carrying, and connections with others. This could be stemming back to childhood, but like your connections which were not balanced. And this could be what you witness, like as from parents, but I feel like that you've also like manifested these types of relationships in your adult life here. And it's almost like, again, this like crumbing, like when we say breadcrumbing, like someone feels like they have the upper hand here and someone doesn't prioritize you, where you give and give, you give more than your relationships ever gave back to you. And it's like you've tried to work through this with people for a long time, I feel, and it's just really hasn't been good for your heart. And it's been a long road of difficulty. And this is kind of the Ten of Wands. There is this kind of significance with the Ten of Wands about this has to end. Like, this is finally, it's almost like this is your purpose. This is part of like your fate and destiny on this planet, is that at this point right here, right now, it was time for your soul to say, hey, I'm done carrying all this baggage from the past. And I'm also done carrying all the responsibilities for everyone and everything in my life. And it's going to require you to do what's right for you and to finally think of yourself. This has been a huge this is a common theme right now in all the sign readings. So I think September is going to be a big month of people finally doing the loving thing for themselves and seeing their worth so much that they are worth way more than what the Six of Pentacles is. Like there's something else on the other side of this that is going to be so much bigger than these small cards. And that's what you've kind of accepted, I feel, for a long time. Okay, big stuff already. So this is what you don't see coming. Let's get a little bit more here. I'm going to put these up here. Ace of Wands, another ace, two aces. Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Three aces. Yeah, so big new beginnings here. These new beginnings are going to include like an actual new opportunities, new, you to actually be able to manifest some big changes in your life. Things that are going to be a lot more, you know, in line with your passions, your desires. And I feel like you're going to be more inspired by the life that you want to lead. But I also feel like this is kind of like a match from the universe. It's kind of going to light your fire to actually be motivated enough to accept the change or to make some decisions to do things that you wouldn't normally do. And then the Ace of Swords is really about like gaining some clarity and speaking your truth. And this is, again, divine timing. This is destined or fated for you. I do feel like you've resisted this for a while. You've been resisting this, even though you know this is what your soul is calling you to do or calling you to move forward. And there's like some deep dreams and desires that you really, they've been bubbling up a little bit more lately for you, or a lot. Let's see, what have you been resisting? Six of Cups. Yeah, it's almost like you're resisting the past. It's like you're getting opportunities to reconcile the past and to change. And you just, again, you'd rather sit in what you're comfortable with. But what's interesting is what you're comfortable with is what you've always known. But what you've always known has not been good for you. It's actually been pretty toxic. And it's been something that hasn't really, again, fueled your soul. And this could be relationships or connections, but it's definitely time. So the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's some truth about relationships here, gaining clarity about what does it mean to be in a balanced, I don't want to say equal relationship, but ones that is, lately I've been hearing the term equitable, where there's equity here, that it's not just about like we all have to give equally at all times. And also, is it really fair if somebody else makes, let's say, double the amount of money that we make, but yet they say, well, you have to put in the same amount into the pot. Like, let's say it's a relationship and we live together and we have to pay equally all the bills and the mortgage, but yet they make, you know, double what you make. So this is about something that really is equitable for you and for the other, and it's fair and it makes sense, and it's one that really fulfills you. So we all are different, right? And what we deem as equal or equitable or harmonious is going to be different. And that's for you to find your truth and to understand, what does it mean to come into union with someone and be fair and loving? Because I feel like in the past, you have never seen you've never witnessed relationships, and again, this could be back to your parents or childhood. Your upbringing did not give you a good example of what it means to be fair and loving and equal and harmonious and be giving. And that's what you're learning now. And I feel like you're going to be asked to step out of your comfort zone and make some changes here so that you can actually finally experience this. And it's interesting. I just see the Tower. So on the other side of it, we have the Tower, the Page of Wands, the King of Wands. And I feel like this is really blowing up this. It's like you transforming from the Page to the King, or somebody transforming. So this could be you, or this could be somebody else that you're connected to, but someone, it's almost like before you accepted the Page of Wands from your relationships, a page, but now it's like you're bringing in a king. And this Tower is like, this is almost like blowing up, because it's almost like you actually experiencing a king is like how do you even handle a king? It's almost like with this Tower. And how do you elevate yourself to the king? Because are you at the king level? And it may ask you to actually look at yourself and say, be like, hey, I was always manifesting pages. But when you finally experience a king, the king is really going to ask you to elevate to his level, right? And that's that's like the highest potential relationship here. Like, this is a divine partner where they're going to challenge you to be and actually attain your potential and ask you to grow and expand. And are you ready for this? And the Tower. It's going to shake things up, but it's going to be amazing. So if you tended to show up as a page or don't feel, it's almost like getting your sea legs in a relationship. Like you haven't had like maybe you haven't had a relationship like this. And now you're kind of, something like this is coming in and you're like, oh, whoa, I need to like learn some new communication skills. I need to learn how to show up. I need to learn how to be more loving and giving of my time and my energy and even money. But this is a big transformation in regards to how either you show up in a relationship or how the people you're manifesting in, who are going to now be showing up at a new level that you've really been dreaming about. Big month, Aquarius. So let's see what happens. Let me know in the comments. But you guys have a good September, and I will see you in the next reading.